Welcome to Home Organizing for Beginners. I'm Tammy, your home organizing educator. In each episode, I share a microscopic home organizing topic. That just means it's something that you can implement today from start to finish if you so choose. Today's microscopic topic is the best way to organize your paperwork at home. So let's be real for a minute. I was born in the 1970s. That means I kind of like to do things a little old school sometimes, and managing paperwork is no exception. I'm not completely archaic where I don't understand the digital age and storing things on computers and all that kind of stuff. I know tech fairly well. I manage the tech for our church, so I'm fairly well versed in all things digital. However, I wholeheartedly believe that you have to be able to manually manage things before you automate them. Okay, so in the paperwork world, that means you are going to want to be able to manage all of your paperwork and understand the flow of your paperwork coming into your home and what you need to do with it before you eliminate it. Because if you just start eliminating things and storing them on your computer or having it come through paperless, like bills, paperless bills, absolutely wonderful thing. But I also believe out of sight, out of mind. So if you are not getting that paper bill, is that going to be okay for you? Maybe you need to manually manage it first. That's what we're going to talk about today. So I have 3 steps for you that I'm going to go through. I'm going to share with you a little bit of detail on each of them, and then we're going to wrap it up because I know you are short on time. So step number 1, contain your papers as they come into the house. You really need just a simple container. And ladies, I believe focusing on the functionality over the fashion. What that means for you is you're not going to worry about the way it looks right now. It will be an improvement because you're not going to have piles of paperwork spread all over your house. You are going to have a bin, a box, a container of some sort right where paperwork naturally flows into your home. For us, it is our breakfast bar right inside of our kitchen. Because what happens, you walk in from the garage, you get out of the car, you walk in from the garage, you walk into the pantry, kick off your shoes, and then you're immediately in the kitchen. And when you walk straight in through the door, there's the end of our breakfast bar. Everything literally sits on there. I gave up years ago trying to make sure it doesn't because of functionality. It functions well and it's effective. When things function well, they are effective. All right. So you need a container, any kind of container at this point in time. It doesn't have to be pretty, for where all of your paperwork flows into your home. That's how you're going to contain it. And I will give you a little bonus tip here. You are going to want to go through your home. If you have piles of paper laying on your dining room table, laying in your office, they're maybe on the couch in the basement for whatever reason, you need to gather all of those up, put those in this container. Now you know you have all of your paperwork in the same spot. If you have to look for anything, you can look in one spot instead of 10 different spots, right? That's a time saver all in and of itself. So step number 2, you're going to schedule a regular time to review all of that paperwork that is contained in that box. All right, new stuff is going to be coming in every single day probably, and it's going to get laid right on top. The biggest culprit of paperwork coming into your home is school or daycare. So if your kids are not in school yet, know that it's going to get worse. You are going to get even more paperwork coming into your house in the form of spaghetti noodles or penne pasta glued to construction paper. You have to deal with that, right? It all comes into your home. You have to figure out how to manage it. So whether you're managing important papers, kids' schoolwork, junk mail, all of it has to have a process. And when you're focusing on the function over the fashion, you can easily implement this process. So step number 1 was contain your papers as they come into your house. Step number 2, schedule a time to review the papers that you've contained. So what does this really look like? This just looks like planning that time in advance. So you're going to be like, every Sunday afternoon, right after church, I'm going to come and review all of my paperwork for the week. But maybe weekly isn't enough. Maybe you should do it every other day, maybe even once a day, which would seemingly take less time in that day, if that makes sense. So if you do it every day, it'll be a few minutes every day. Otherwise, it's, 20 minutes on the weekend, something like that. Okay, so schedule that time. This time is important. All right, step number 3, store it. You are going to decide what you're going to store and what you're going to throw away. So as you're going through that paperwork, you are going to decide right away, I'm going to keep this or I'm going to throw this away. If you don't have time to figure out exactly where to store it yet, go ahead and put it back into the container. It's still going to be there when you're looking for it. And it's still going to be there when you are ready to set things up to store. But here's the thing. You need to go through this process manually, because if digitally you want to store this information, you have to have a way to do it. So as you're going through this process, you're going to categorize. So storing it is going to teach you how to categorize your paperwork. It's going to be credit card bills. It's going to be maybe bills in general. It's going to be the oldest kid's artwork, the youngest kid's artwork, right? Whatever the things are that you want to save, which I will tell you right now, do not let anybody tell you that you cannot save every single piece of artwork that your child has done. There will come a time when you're ready to part with it, but don't force it. Don't make yourself throw it away if you're not ready. And you'll know in your heart whether you're ready or not. Okay, so those are the 3 steps. Step 1, contain your papers. Step 2, schedule a time to review the papers. And step 3, store it and categorize, okay? Did you know that there are 3 steps that you need to learn to effectively organize your entire home and keep it that way? This is what I teach you in the online course called Home Organizing for Beginners. And don't let that title fool you. Don't let that title fool you, because it's for the mom that has had her stuff together, has had her act together, and has had everything under control. And maybe you used to be an organized person. I was, but then kids came into the picture and everything, it was like a big bomb went off, right? Everything changed and you have to put all the pieces back together, and it's okay to need a little bit of help. So in Home Organizing for Beginners, you are going to gain confidence in your own ability to organize your house, clean your house, manage your time. It's all about laying a solid foundation for you to build on over time. And when you have that confidence, the really sweet thing is that you can teach your kids. Everyday life is going to be an education to your children on how to manage their time, how to organize their house, how to clean it. They don't like it. They don't want to do any of it. Neither do we. But we still do it. And they're still going to have to do it someday. How sweet is it to teach your kids these important life lessons? You're going to get a foolproof 3-step process to creating a cleaning and organizing plan that works for you and your family in your current season of life and beyond, right? Your kids' feet might be super little right now, so storing their shoes is easy. In 5 years, let me tell you, they get a lot bigger, and so do their shoes. How are you going to store them in the future? How are you going to manage that, right? You really have to stop and think a little bit about it. In the online course, Home Organizing for Beginners, you are going to gain time in your day. Time that you can spend on what matters most to you. For me, it's spending time with God every single morning. All right, when I don't spend that time, I can feel it throughout the day. I don't have that sense of peace and joy that I need. And that is the secret. That is really, truly the secret to having a home where you walk in and you feel nothing but peace and joy. All right. So this is what I have for you guys today. I will drop a link in the show notes, but it's homeorganizingforbeginners.com. Check it out, see if it's for you, and ask me questions. I'll be back here next week sharing tangible and simple instructions about home organizing, cleaning, and time management. I'll see you then.